Breaking news. Just outside of Donovan City, a cell of the terrorist organization enacting diplomacy has entered a violent and bloody standstill with the local police. The Donovan City Police Department have called in the Sabbath military for backup. Enacting diplomacy started as an activist organization focused on equality and social reconstruction, but grew increasingly extremist and violent over the years. What started as peaceful demonstrations and speeches quickly spiraled out of control into bloody riots. These riots were the cause for innumerable injuries and even several deaths. Some say the catalyst in this behavioral change was when Dominic Jan, mayor of Donovan City, was revealed to be Dr. Zane Grimm by journalist Maverick Cooper. Not much is known about the current situation other than the sound of gunfire within the compound. The conflict seems to be escalating, and we will be back with any immediate updates.
Salutations everyone, my name is FoodCat, and welcome to Cultists and Compounds. So, this is a game made by the same developers of Northbury Grove, Scythe Dev Team, and this is meant to be an experimental horror game. It's not the typical slasher game that we usually play, so I'm kind of excited to see these sort of, I guess, unprecedented features. And we're now in the game. Explore the compound. When ready, begin your speech in the church. Dominic Jan is Dr. Zane Grimm, the mayor of Donovan City. Dominic Jan is actually ostracized scientist Dr. Zane Grimm. Maverick Cooper made the shocking revelation on a live stream, and Dominic Jan himself, or Dr. Zane Grimm, joined in the live stream for an exclusive interview. Read more? I can't read more. Why does it need that read more tab? It's only like one paragraph. Anywho, apparently he went with a pseudonym. Elder, I have delivered the shotgun you requested. It's in the armory across from your office. I managed to obtain it shortly after the altercation at King's Comfort. I found it inside a crashed van. It looked to belong to Waste Rider arm dealers. Another man was there. He shot at that lunatic that killed all those people at the music festival. He was escorted away by police. Okay, so this game has a connection to Northbury Grove and King's Comfort. Interesting. I'm not sure if this is any concern to you, Elder, but we should look into who the serial killer is. He is being referred to as the Butcher and Spectre City Slasher, Brother Chad. You sure he's trustworthy? I don't think I want to put him in the cult, even though he's doing the same deeds. This is awful handwriting. Hey, this is Christopher. I know I told you off when I left to join EDU, but I realized how you were right. Those people are insane, and I'm starting to get worried about Lisa and my boys. The propaganda is getting to them. Shoot, it's got to be the first. This is all my fault. They don't deserve this. I'm gonna try and convince them to leave with me. But just don't hear back from me. If you don't hear back from me, by the end of the cycle, just know that I tried. Much love, Christopher. And I'm assuming we don't hear back from Christopher, because his handwriting is just abysmal. Here we go. Elder, we have finished the building the bunker exactly to your specifications, and as you explained, in the event of a raid by the tyrannical evil, we are to follow you as you lead us to the promised zone. The bunker hatch was placed in the back room of the church as you requested. Brother Nathaniel. Appreciate that, Nathaniel. Yeah, I had a classmate named Nathaniel. I think he was... There was a valedictorian, right? It was before that. I don't remember what it's called. Oh man, there's a lot of reading. Alkanen Industries. Closed forever. The locals of the Northbury Grove share a collective sigh of relief, but there was more than meets the eye with the closure of the controversial factory. As always, I've got some information that might make the entire thing seem even worse than the mainstream outlets are letting on. For subscribers of the Maverick Cooper network, log in to see exclusive crime scene photography of some of the Alkanen industry staff. Is this like a snuff site? Is this on the deep web? Like, what's going on here? The corpses in these pictures all share a series of brutal wounds, indicative of a violent massacre rather than a chemical spill. But I'm not here to debunk the chemical spill. No, that did happen. I'm here to provide more context. The chemical that spilled is actually highly toxic and highly psychoactive substance mined from the ground called entatmile. The dangerous street drug, commonly referred to as an entity, is made with this powerful poisonous substance. Alkanin was wrapping into water supplies from below Spectre Forest to mine as much as entamile as possible. When taken in large doses, entamile will cause seizures, death, or in rare cases, violent psychosis. So that has to be referring to the killer from the last 2 games. Insider intel fed directly to me indicates that there was one member of the Alkanin staff that remains unaccounted for. This man was somewhat of a local celebrity, but not for his personality. He stood at nearly 7 feet tall and had a hulking physique. That's the guy. That is our guy right there. No, corpses in the exclusive photography I've secured indicate this man was among them. So, the giant of Northbury Grove responsible for the deaths within? And if so, how did he evade capture? How did he evade justice? And is he still lurking in those woods? Not anymore. Or at least hopefully he doesn't. We did kill him the last game, right? Oh man, you know what? I am not even going to bother like reading all of this. There is a lot of storytelling in this. So this is information about our cult in this game. So just to summarize on all that, we'll go ahead and, oh, hi. Well, I don't think I was supposed to do that. The Northbury Gazette. Gang violence at local farm Mountain Ridge Orchards close. Locals are stunned after hearing news that the entire Gunter family was found dead over the weekend. Patrick and Martha Gunter have run Mountain Ridge Orchards for decades, providing fresh organic produce to the community the entire time. They were beloved, charitable, locals, and now they lay buried 6 feet under, alongside their 5 children. Northbury Grove police made the grisly discovery a few days after local businesses made concerned calls. An owner of a local grocery store who wished to remain anonymous made a statement. Well, it's smart of him to be anonymous because this is a cult that we're talking about. Pat and Martha, they were never late. They call every few just to see how me and my family were doing. This is the tragedy. They were the sweetest people. Sheriff Harmon addressed the press yesterday. It has been a few years of relative quiet and solitude. The sort of peace Northbury Grove is re-owned worldwide for. But that peace and that quiet and that solitude we all love has come under attack from a violent gang. The bodies of the Gunter family were victims of the Waste Rider gang. They must be brought to justice. Mountain Ridge Orchards had officially closed, and while everyone will surely miss their produce, their fresh fruits and vegetables, and their butcher's great meat selections, what the community will miss most is Martha and Gunter. Martha and Patrick Gunter. I said it backwards, but it's whatever. Their beaming smiles and their humble and friendly family. Boy. There's like so much reading that... There's so much reading that I'm starting to have a mush mouth. That tends to happen when I read for too long. I wonder how much ammo I have. Is this unlimited? So that's a little prison cell. Definitely shows how much of a cult place this is. I like that I'm killing all my members here. Definitely taking away the gambit. Is there more? Oh my gosh, there is. Getting like Schindler's List vibes out of this.
It's okay to hurt people before they hurt you.
Okay, brothers and sisters. Production has begun on Blakey Bear Volume 2. Our first educational video was such a success that we decided to make an entire series of these. We're still sorting out the subject matter for each installment to ensure every installment is as informative as possible. We need to teach the youth right. In Volume 1, we explained to the kids why we left society behind, why we chose to live in EDU compounds rather than shackled within the confines of a skyscraper. In Volume 2, we're going to give children a lesson of history of oppression and bigotry on how the Sabbath colonists... Who's talking there? How the Sabbath colonists came to the Great Land, hundreds of years ago and done unspeakable horrible things that their ancestors deserve to shoulder the responsibility of. It should be done within the next few days. Anyone who takes part in the filming process of Blakey Bear will be entitled to extra rations. Feed all of the children with our EDU knowledge, and you will be able to feed your own children more bread. Elder Donovan. Alkinen Industries Inspector Force just outside Northbury Grove has been shut down permanently. An evacuation was initiated after a deadly chemical spill occurred within the building. Unfortunately, there were no survivors. I beg to differ, wasn't there one survivor? Okay, one thing's lying, one's not. But I'm assuming this is lying because one person did get that, like, psychosis. The factory has been under a spell of controversy after opening just a few short years ago. Demands for more transparency from the mysterious corporation have grown silent upon the closure of the factory. The sheriff of the Northbury Grove Police Department issued a statement. Alkinen Industries has officially shut its gates for the last time. A deadly chemical led to the deaths of the entire staff, Sheriff Harmon confirmed. Addressing the local conspiracy theories about a supposed massacre that took place, there are unsubstantiated claims circulating that the Alkinen staff were driven into a psychosis and murdered each other as a result. This is simply not true. They all died due to the exposure of the chemical spill. The threat of the chemicals has been dealt with in the area, was been quarantined, and we advise people to keep their rumors and conspiracy theories to themselves. In respect to all victims of the horrific Alkinen chemical spills, the entire area is blocked off from the public. Anyone caught trespassing will be arrested. Why would they be arrested? That's a little extreme for trespassing. I guess it's not as bad as like a death penalty, but anywho, there's the logo. So I can start the speech right there. And that's the bunker. I guess we'll start the speech.
Brothers and sisters, we have found plans for a border wall that will separate Sabbath from the Zuma King Desert. We've also secured thousands of credits from one of Zane Grimm's lackeys at King's Comfort amid the chaos of the Northbury Grove massacre a few months ago. The brothers and sisters who secured these valuable assets have not survived the wounds they sustained. And now, any minute, the government will break down our door. The collapse is inevitable. It is time we bring about our own collapse. Let not the deaths of our kin, our family, be in vain.
Speech full of wisdom, yet no one's in the crowd. Such an urbane odor. Anyway, we have one remaining. Oh, SWAT team's here. Well, I gotta save one more person. Where's that last person at? Hey, I'm trying to save someone right now. Oh, that is awesome right there. Oh, Blake. Yeah, follow me, Blake. Oh, Blake's dead now. Okay.
Brothers, sisters, I'm tired. Tired of it all.
I think I got a bad ending.
I see it in all of your eyes as well. Despite all my efforts to give us all a good life, I've failed. We sit here, teetering on the edge, on the precipice, looking down into the abyss. And all the while, the government locusts swarm in. They're ready to gun us down, to strip the flesh from our bones, to dehumanize us, demoralize us. They've already done that. Sabbath betrayed us. We were terribly betrayed. And now, they're here to gun us down in cold blood. I'm not mincing words. I would never lie to you. I have never lied to you. So we cannot give them the satisfaction of ending our revolution.
Oh wait, they're still
We must
alive.
commit suicide as our final rebellion. In taking our lives, we will be martyrs. We will rally the other inacting diplomacy cells, and our spirits will live on in the revolution our deaths spark. Brothers and sisters, we do not fear death. Death is nothing to be afraid of. Living is the real savagery. Living is the real tyranny. And I feel as though every day I've died 1,000 deaths to give you all peace. But where is peace now? Peeking up from behind the barrel of automatic weapons? Is it peace in the glint shining off their guns? No. Peace is here. Peace is now. Laying down our lives so that those who survive us can continue our cause. This is not self-destruction. No. It's our final victory. We are shedding our mortal cords, traversing into a new plane of existence. So parents, console your kids. Make sure they know we're real people out there. This is not a tragedy. It's a triumph. This is not sorrow, it is bliss. The most selfless thing we can do now is to end our lives before the choice is no longer our own.
And that was the end. You know, I'm gonna appreciate the Elder's optimism. After, like, going through death, and then I guess what it looks like we jumped into a Gehenna. It didn't look like people died, so I'm assuming I killed myself in some way. I mean, we don't want to be in the world of, I guess, these, like, police pigs. So then, I guess he just, like, self-immolated just so he can join his cult. I'm gonna go ahead and look for the good ending now. I mean, I was kind of just messing around here, obviously. I killed all of my cult members, and now it's just, it led up to this bad ending. Alright, let's go ahead and try to get the good ending now. Good night. Oh, wait, your face. Classic meme. I'm gonna make, like, merch for that. If anyone's gonna buy that. I probably am. Okay, so it's gonna be an Earzat's cult members this time because, I mean, I failed to save the original cult. It's my kitty saviors now. Dylan, Franco, I can't even say my own subscribers' names. Robert, Solomon, Jason, Nico, John, and you got this little twerp right here.
Thanks for keeping Mommy and Daddy safe, Elder.
You're welcome. There's another Franco out here. We only need one. There's the Phuket Geek logo. Best cult of all time. And what are we against? What do we think is immoral? Sugar, subaltern indie horror games, cheap jump scares, you name it. It's all terrible. It is with much regret I write you this letter, brothers and sisters. Prophecy has foretold of the wickedness that begins to storm the walls of the compound. It will be long before this evil is knocking on the door. In the event of imminent danger and pursuit of absolute righteousness, I grant permission to seek arms and hold true to your beliefs. I will be doing the same. The great collapse is nearly among us, and the wickedness of tyrants will be slain where it stands. Elder. That mic. Hey, these guys aren't part of the cult. How do I eradicate those guys? Shut it. Oh, look what we have here. Brothers and sisters, some sad news today. Our brother Donovan Christopher was found unresponsive. We attempted to revive him at our medical station, but were unsuccessful. Christopher was an avid believer of EDU, and our message, our goals, our dreams for a better society, a better future. Chris had been among the flock for nearly 10 years. Him and his wife, Lisa, welcomed their first children in this world at the Califlon compound 6 years ago. Then they relocated here to Donovan 3 years ago, and just 2 cycles ago, they welcomed their second child. Christopher will be missed. Lisa and his boys, Aiden and Jack, need us now more than ever. Is that so? Well, I didn't take very good responsibility on that. I'm the vanguard of this cult. They're enacting diplomacy, brothers and sisters. They're EDU uncles and aunts. They need their extended family to show them the way, to be a light for them on this darkest of paths. The last rites will be held after a weekly EDU book burning. The book burning were always a favorite of our beloved and terribly miss Brother Donovan Chris. Rest in peace, friend, Elder Donovan. Huh? Wait, Elder Donovan? Is there two Donovans? Oh yeah, he goes by Christopher. Yeah, there is two Donovans. Brothers and sisters, this is Elder Donovan. After much discussion with the other elders, we have hatched a rather brilliant plan. In the upcoming election season, we shall use highly concentrated extracts of antithymol, otherwise known as entity, to direct politicians while they are live on their television sets and computers. Intel from Elder Spectre has come in, and he says they have secured very large quantities of the entity from Spectre Force. It seems as though our theft of the machinery in Alkanen Industries was worth it after all. We're going to need to meet our Spectre Force brothers and sisters halfway. Heavily armed, be sure to valiantly defend the transport. We need the shipment if our plan is to work. Elder Donovan. A tragic massacre has taken place in our humble Northbury Grove community. Just a few short days ago, nearly a dozen victims were found in and around the Rock the Warehouse Festival. Rock the Warehouse, an annual music festival held in Spectre Forest, was cancelled last week after a third body was found. Unfortunately, the cancellation did not prevent more victims. As the body count rises, our community remains fearful. The horrific crimes that have been committed in the past few days have rocked our community, Sheriff Harmon stated in a press release. It is unlike anything we've seen before. The brutality of these murders leave us to believe that this is not the work of the Waste. Sheriff Harmon continued, a curfew has been put in place, and we are following various leads to bring justice to this sick individual. Bodies were found in and around Alkanen Industries and at the King's Comfort Motel, and at a local farm, Mountain Ridge Orchards. We ask for you all to remain vigilant, as we all collectively mourn the horrible loss of our communities. We will bring justice to the animal who perpetrated these crimes. Gang violence at the local farm, Mountain Ridge Orchards, closed. I have social anxiety, so I'm letting the auto speech go for itself. Alright, I'm gonna save everyone. Everyone follow me. Follow me. Move out of the way. Everyone's gonna die if you guys don't follow me. Here we go. There we go. We saved a couple of people. You guys are free now. Oh, this is bullcrap. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? What just happened? I shot at the people. Do I have to shoot at specific range? And my kitty sabers, they wouldn't go into the bunker. I think only one went in. Wow. What a fiasco. I'm absolutely disappointed in my cult members. Oh no, they did not. Brother Fu Mao.
Brothers and sisters, I have warned you of this eventuality.
Good ending.
This attack on us was inevitable. We all
Yeah,
knew
this is a
the
good ending.
tyrannical stooges of the government would knock down our door. That they'd come well armed, determined to wipe us out. But did we falter? No. Did we cower? No! We stood our ground, and we fought back. We brought down dozens of these subhuman scum. But we lost some good people. People who gave their lives so that we can continue the fight. And now, more than ever, we must remain vigilant. In their honor, over the future of our children. We must rise from the ashes of our home and exact justice on these fascist pigs. It is time to reorganize, to restructure. Enacting diplomacy will never fail.
You know, I really like the Elder's optimism throughout the entire game. Even in death, he's just always so positive. Gotta admire the guy. Oh look, and the kitty saviors are dancing with Blake the bear. Isn't that adorable? Alright, so I hope you all enjoyed this playthrough of Cultists and Compounds. Probably the most difficult Scythe Dev Team game that I played. It's hard to keep everyone alive. Like, these people are just gonna go down no matter what, and sometimes, like, the shooting range, it doesn't, like, kill them. It just goes straight through them. Like, the bullets, So that should be improved. Also, like the opening sequence, I think should have a skip button. Because it's kind of painful just having to like sit through that every time. Wastes a lot of time. Just a suggestion to the Scythe Dev Team. But other than that, I really enjoyed this game. I mean, it wasn't like the typical slasher games that we played from Scythe Dev Team, but hey, it was still fun just having to kill everyone out. It's just like reminiscing back to Halo, because I often killed a lot of people in Halo, even my allies. So yeah, here are all the credits. Voice actors. I could have modded the voice acting too. I didn't really feel like doing that though. Maybe one time if there's like no games to play, then I'll completely mod this game. I don't think I'm going to recommend this to Jace Bean if we're gonna do like a Battle Royale challenge video. We were discussing that in the DMs on Twitter. But it's definitely not a challenge that I would recommend. I'm more into just doing Baldi's Basics, Slender, Vanish, if he's down for those sort of challenges. But we're looking for a new challenge horror game. I don't think this is going to be one of them. Definitely like a Prisoned. Not a lot of Patreon supporters. I really do think that they deserve more. Unless, like, they're not making enough games, I guess? Usually with Patreon, with game developers, they tend to make, like, exclusive games. If that's what the Scythe Dev Team's doing, then I would definitely support it. I'm up for that sort of support. Hey, even though the shooting feature isn't, like, the best, it's still better than the glass staircase. That's a rare thing to say because it's like making a superior comparison to Puppet Combo. But yeah, that's the end of Cultists and Compounds. I hope y'all enjoyed. I've been playing for the past few hours because it's so freaking complicating. So, I'm gonna end it here. I'm sweltering and I'm pretty much frazzled. Alright, stay awesome, kitty saviors.